Ready? Okay, those who just joined in the class. Okay, morning, Assalamualaikum, and the time now is 28 minutes past 8. And today is 25th of April, 25th of April 2025. And today is Friday. So Alhamdulillah. Okay, so today is Friday, and I normally start my class, my Friday class, with the recitation of Al-Fatihah, followed by Suratul Kahf, the first 10 verses, okay, and the last 10 verses. And verse 10, it's actually a dua, so we repeat that for 7 times, okay. This is already week 4, and next week is week 5, and this is the second class for LCC111. And let me just recap what we have done this week. Okay, so this is the description again. Okay, I'm gonna bring your attention to the assessment. Okay, so let me admit a student. Okay, so this week, yesterday, Thursday, if you notice, okay, if you notice, there are 3 assessments. Okay, let me bring you back to the course briefing. The first assessment, it's an individual assessment for 30 minutes, and it's there are 2 listening assessment. Listening assessment 1 and 2, each listening assessment worth 40%. And the listening assessment will be conducted on week 7 and week 9. So this is already week 4, and next week will be week 5. And next Thursday, next week we're going to have only 1 online class, because our face-to-face class is on Thursday, which falls on a public holiday. Next Thursday is the 1st of May, and it's Labor Day, so we only have 1. And the following week is already week 6. Okay, so that's why this week I've already started with listening practice. So this is what we did this week. So let's look at so this is the listening assessment, and we did two sets. Okay, listening assessment 1. Okay, there are 2 types of listening assessment, but for listening assessment 1, there are 2 sets. One is 20242, October 2023 paper, and the other one is October 2024 paper, and the other one is 20234, that's May 2024 paper, the last 2 semesters paper. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we have done 2 listening assessments. Okay, so and also since last week, you already got your Reader's Digest magazine. Okay, and let's see if you, okay, so these are, I've already introduced you to Reader's Digest magazine, and yesterday we also did, so this is the magazine. Okay, do you remember what we did yesterday after the listening test? We did a spelling test.
Spelling. Yes.
Yes, we did a spelling test. So that's one thing that you can, and also I have shared with you the worksheets, okay, the advanced level worksheets. And I noticed yesterday, group 1A, some of you have printed out the worksheets. Okay, have you done the worksheets? Have you done the worksheets? Because if you notice, okay, let's go through. I think last week, when you got the magazine, I've already shared with you. I've I've already shared with you um, the segments in a meeting, right? Just a minute, yeah. Okay, back to permit. So this is just now that was the cover, and then marketing, that is the section, okay, and the title, the article title, okay, and that's the article title, and this is the right, the author, and what it got to do with Elvis, Princess Diana, and this is the caption, a summary of the article, and also the writer of this article. Okay, and there are also some other articles. Okay, welcome to my sentence, and okay, just a minute. Okay, this article is under communication section. Okay, and health section. The article is on food allergies. Okay, 13 things. All right, there you go. So now, the words that I took yesterday for the spelling test, they were taken from this article, the article on page 36. Okay. Can you identify the words? Please open your notebook right now. Can you identify what is the first word? Open. The first word that I use. You can mention it, or you can type in the chat box. It's easier for you to type in the chat box. Please type in the chat box. Correct, Fasha. Sparks. Second word, sparks with an S. Yeah. Thank you, dear. What about the second word? Okay, let's okay. SPER, sparks. The first word. Okay. If you go to Google, okay, and then you type the meaning. If you have a dictionary, you can look up in a dictionary. All right. But if you don't, and if you want to use the online dictionary, or if you want to use Google, Google is also another way. Let's say you are reading and you come across a new word, the one that I gave you for the spelling test. So here you notice that you just
Spark.
type the word, right? And then you can
Spark.
click the speaker symbol, and then you can listen to the
Spark.
pronunciation. You can listen to the pronunciation and practice as many times as you want.
Spark.
Okay. And also you can learn, okay, you can also identify the word form. Okay, it's a noun. So plural is sparks, okay, and these are the definition, right? It can be a noun, it can also be a verb. So if it's a verb, for example, emit sparks of fire or electricity. And you can also see how the word is used in a sentence. So the word spark is found on page 38, first paragraph. However, sparks don't always fly between men and women. So you can copy that sentence into your notebook. What's the second word? The second word is impressive, incomprehensible. Thank you, Dia. It is found in the following sentence. After sparks, women's thoughts, feelings, and actions appear incomprehensible. So now, let's say you want to know the meaning. Incomprehensible. You just type on Google
Incomprehensible.
and you can get the pronunciation.
Incomprehensible.
And this is from Oxford Dictionary. Okay, it's an adjective, definition, and how the word is used in a sentence. A language which is incomprehensible to anyone outside the office. Next word. What's the next word? Type in the, yeah. Thank you, Shamil. It's found in the next word. Reader's Digest sheds light in the darkness by asking. So
Shed.
this word, so this word, you can listen to the pronunciation, you can practice the pronunciation. It's a noun, but it's not a noun. In this case, it's a verb. So this is the correct part. The buses were temporarily shaded in that depot. So Reader's Digest sheds some light in the darkness. Okay, next word. Thank you, One must know. Yeah. What's the next word? Yes, Pasha, correct. So again, okay. The word
Decisiveness.
decisiveness,
Decisiveness.
from the word decisive. It is also related to the word decision. Okay. Decisiveness is a noun. Decision is also a noun. The word decisiveness is, you can identify from the suffix here, ness, and also ion, decision, to indicate, to show that these two words are nouns. Okay. And this is the There are two definitions: the ability to make decisions quickly and effectively, and the conclusive nature of an issue. You have the definitions and also how the word is used in a sentence. This is important because let's say you are learning, you just learn the meaning of the word decisiveness. You know, you learn the pronunciation, you learn the word form, you learn and you also learn the definition and how the word is used in a sentence, so that you know how you are able to use it in your sentences. And when you write, you can also use that word in your writing. Right? So that's how you learn. Okay, what's the next word? Let's go to the next word. Just type in the chat box, or you can just say it out. Thank you, Mas. Envy. What do you think this is?
Envy.
It's a noun. It can be a noun. It can also be a verb. And these are you have the definition and the how it is used. But in this sentence, I envy them for their confidence and the way in which they take on tasks. So this is a verb, meaning the desire to have the quality or possession or other things that belonging to someone else. You desire, you want to have what other people have. Okay. Next word. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mas. Okay. This is a noun. How do you know this is a noun? Because this word ends with ION. Emancipation.
Emancipation.
Is this a new word for you? Here it's annoying. It's annoying when men think that emancipation has been achieved. Page 38, second column. It's a noun, and this is the definition or the meaning is the fact or process of being set free from legal, social, or political restriction, liberation, the social and political emancipation of women, or the freeing of someone from slavery. Next word. Let's go to the next word. Vulnerable. Very good. Thank you, Fasha. Again. You begin to get a hang of it, right?
Vulnerable.
Okay, you can just go to Google and it's an adjective here and right. And it means exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. You know, like some people in Malay it is called koyak, kan? People who are vulnerable emotionally. So when you attack them emotionally on their soft spot, okay, you put the person in a vulnerable position. Okay. So next word. Can you please put the next word? Okay, thank you, Fasha. Again, incline. It's an
Inclined.
adjective.
Inclined. Inclined.
Okay, you can listen to the pronunciation. It means leaning or turning away from vertical or horizontal or sloping. That word is found on page 40. Okay, next word. Next word. What's the next word? Genuine. Okay. Yeah. What do you think the meaning of this word? You can even get the meaning in Malay. Tulen. Asli, yeah? Asli. Or tulen. Or just put the meaning.
Genuine.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
Genuine. Genuine.
Okay. So it's an adjective. Another word for genuine is authentic or sincere. If you're talking about a person, okay, if you're talking about a thing, that is something which is authentic. This word is found on page 41. So genuine interest in other person is key, right? Next word. Next word. Incline, genuine, what else? Aisha, closeness. Are you still with us? The rest, can you please give thumbs up? Closeness. Closeness. You still with us, yeah? Do you get correct
Closeness.
answer so far? Thank you, Danish. Closeness is a noun. Noun because the ending here, the suffix, this is what we call this suffix, closeness, just like the word decisiveness, the first word just now, right? So here, closeness, this is how important emotional closeness and sex are to men. 10 out of 10. This is about intimacy, yeah? Page 41. And the next one, you're coming to the end of the spelling. Is there any other words? No, there is one more. Thank you, Shamil Irfan. I think this is the last word. Did you get full marks so far? Did you get answer correctly? The one that we did yesterday? Okay, last word. There you go. Influence.
Influence.
Very simple word. Okay. So that's one. And then, okay. So, look at your answer. Any alphabet missing? Did you manage to get all words correct? It's not just the spelling. It's not just the spelling, but also learning the pronunciation so that you can use it in your speaking, in your oral test, or even in your conversation. And you can also, when you come across a new word while reading, okay, and you jot down, take note, learn the pronunciation, learn how to pronounce it, take note of the word form. Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? All right, because then you know how to use it correctly in your sentence. Okay, whether you are speaking or when you are writing. So once you know the meaning and the word form, then you can use them correctly. And one word can change, for example, decisiveness. The word it helps you to remember if you know that the word decisiveness and decision mean the same. Okay, so I'm sure you're familiar with the word decision. So, and when you come across another word like decisiveness, it looks like decision. So meaning can be the same. And both these words, decision and decisiveness, are both nouns. All right. So you learn how the word is used in a sentence from the example given and the definition given, and the more you use them in your sentence or in your conversation, the faster it is for you to learn that word. Okay, and you can add that to your vocabulary bank. All right, now alhamdulillah we are done with the speaking. Okay, so that's how you use Reader Digest to improve your speaking. Next is just a minute. So let me. Okay. So learning new words. When you are learning new words, let me put this on the screen. Yeah. Okay. Number one, you learn the spelling. Two, pronunciation. Number three, word form. Whether it's a noun, adjective, or even verb. Okay, because if you know that the word is a verb, if a word is a verb, then you can make it present tense. Okay, it depends on the subject. If the subject is singular, it's a present tense, you just add an s. Okay, for example, the word shed, sheds. Okay, and if a word is a verb like shed, then it can be past tense, shedded. Okay, word form, pronunciation. What else? Let's see. Unless I didn't know like how or definition. Definition and usage. How it is used in, so that you can practice using it in your conversation and in your writing. Okay, let me give you an example. The word shed is a verb. Okay, the word indecisiveness. Okay, it's a noun. Thus, and also here, because of this suffix, okay, and the word like indecisiveness, it reminds you of the word decision. Okay, next is the if you look here, now take out your worksheets. Something. Okay. When you look at your worksheets, right, it's advanced level, okay, And I actually want to share the worksheet page. Can I share it? Alhamdulillah. Okay, so this is the worksheet. So it's a digital worksheet, but okay, good. Now you can see the worksheets, right? If you notice the worksheet, is on the left side is advanced. Actually, there are many levels: advanced, beginner, and intermediate. And this the one that you have is the question. And on the first page, you notice that you can also listen to the podcast, right? So the worksheet this time is based on the article that you can find on page 50 to 55, this one. Welcome to my sentence under the section communication, right? Under the section communication. And you can also listen to the podcast online. Okay. So what you do is, I've shared with you on your future and also on the WhatsApp. Okay. So when you open the file, the PDF file, you can just click here, and you will be taken to the podcast. All right. But I like to go through the worksheet with you. So have you done it? Have you done the worksheets? Have you listened to the podcast? Shamil?
Not yet, madam.
Pasha? Not yet? Okay, if you haven't listened to the podcast, then I wouldn't. I think that you better listen to the podcast and also can also read the article page 50 to page 55. And so this is your homework, yeah? Listen to the podcast and read the article, page 54, 55. This time, you list down 10 new words that you learned from that article. Can you do that? So that's what we're going to do for the next hour. So let me go through the worksheets with you. So this is multiple choice question. Select the correct answer to the following question. So this is the question. Why are few things more irritating when speaking than having someone interrupt you? Okay. And then the answer, I put the answer. Okay. What is the university called where linguist Helga Kotthoff is based? Okay, so this is, you just identify. So this is identifying information from the article. Okay. So you just write down the answer there, and question 2 is a true false. Which of these statements are true and which are false? So read the statement carefully. According to science, if one person interrupts another, it is much more likely to be a woman than a man. Is it true or false? All right, so there are five statements. So you just put whether true or false. Okay. And then enter the word missing. Okay, for example, A, over 30 years ago, what's the most suitable word to put in this blank? Over 30 years ago. Okay, let me give you an example, yeah. Okay, let me, the answer can be communication. Like if you put harmonious, is harmonious, do you think harmonious would fit into the blank? Over 30 years ago, harmonious scientist. No. Let's try communication scientist, Julia L. Goldberg at the University of Wyoming. And what the word here, what's the suitable word? It's
Arduous.
it's a verb. It's a verb, so you put here. Yeah, that's suitable. There you go. Categorize. Categorize. Okay, and here, communication. All right. There you go. It's a bit small, so maybe I put up here. Okay. So you can even type your answer there, right? Next, so this is fill in the blank. You just enter the missing word, okay? And the next, number 4, question 4. This is an extract from the article. 5 sections have been removed from the extract. Choose from the sections listed A to F below. So you just write your answer here. Okay. But people also simply have what? People have different communication styles, shape at home, a conversation. So you just write down your answer. Okay. For example, number 1. Okay, you write down. This is number 1. Is it A? Okay. So you choose from these sections A to F that fit each gap that is numbered 1 to 6. Okay. And the next question, question 5, read the text below and correct 16 errors, 16 mistakes in the text. Write the corrected. The answer can be, for example, number 1, it can be capital letter, because here the word the, it's in, the T is in small letter. It should be capital letter, isn't it? Capital T, because it's the beginning of a sentence. That's simple, right? The second type of interruptions. 1 R is missing. Do you notice here 1 R is missing? Okay, here spelling mistake. So you correct the spelling mistake. Okay. So far so good. Writing.
Yes, so far so good.
Thank you. Okay, the next section is writing. Question 6 is on writing. What's your opinion in about 110 words? Expand the sentence. So this is like your final assessment, the writing part. Remember I gave you expand, and then there is the most difficult one. When you yourself tend to interrupt. Someone's talking, you interrupt. If you don't want to interrupt, you must learn to really listen. And then you continue about 110 words. Okay. If you don't have time to do this, we can do it next week. All right. Okay. And this is the find a word activity and crossword puzzle. Find a word activity and crossword puzzle. Okay, for these worksheets, you can do it with your classmate. You can do it in pairs, because this is not an individual work. Yeah, the worksheets, you can do it with your friend, or if you want to have a group, you know, like with your friends, 3 or 4, 2, either you can do it individually. But if you think that you want to you want to do the worksheets, the questions with a friend or with 2 or 3 friends, not more than 4, it's okay. So if you have a question, can I do this worksheet? Can I complete it with my friend? Yes. Can I do it in a group? Yes. But not the group mustn't be more than 4. Is that clear?
Clear, doctor.
Because I noticed that yesterday about three or four students might be missing classes on week 5 and week 6. But please come on week 7 because that's your listening assessment. So this week, we have done 2 listening practices for listening assessment 1. We've done a spelling test. And I've gone through with you the worksheets advanced level. Yes, week 7 listening test. Week 7 and week 9. So don't miss the class and don't get sick. Stay healthy, stay calm, stay strong, okay? So that you are fit and healthy for your week 5 next week. Next week, week 5 is your Thursday. Yes, week 8 also be strong and healthy, come to class because we are going to do listening practice for assessment 2. Yes, Shamil. Next week, week 5. And we only have 1 class, which is online. And some of you are involved with coaching and matches, you know. There's a student who's involved with that. So and week 6, the following week, week 6, we're going to do, we're going to go through the, okay, we're going to prepare you for before the listening test on week 7, okay, the first listening assessment. It is just like the one that we did yesterday, but the question papers will be printed and the listening assessment will be conducted in the class. And after since the listening assessment is only 30 minutes, after the listening assessment, you can bring your notebook, and then remember there is a writing practice in the worksheets, so you can practice on that. Or if you want to write on something else about communication, communicating the difference between communicating in men or women and how people misunderstood you, you can do that. If let's say, remember just now in the worksheets on the writing part, yeah, there is one on writing. Let's look at the worksheet again. You want to write your opinion on the difficulty or the challenging part about communication is first when you tend to interrupt, okay, meaning that you don't listen, you listen to interrupt. If you don't want to interrupt, you must learn to really listen. So what is your opinion on that? So what? Okay, that's why you have to read this article, or you can discuss it with your friend, and then you and your friends, you come out with your response in writing, and you can bring it either next week. I don't see you in the class, so the following week 5, 6, yeah, week 6 you can bring it. So week 6 we can do some writing, and also we'll continue with reading. All right. Okay. Is there any questions so far? Any other questions? That's week 7. We're going to do listening and also some writing. I might give my feedback on your writing, okay, in the class, like what we did last week. I'll give you my feedback. And also we're going to do, maybe we do some more speaking, spelling and also learning new words, okay, to help you to improve your vocabulary and also reading skills, right? And week 8 is another listening practice. Okay, once we are done with the first one, we'll do, okay, for the time being, this is it now, because I don't want to to make you overwhelmed with too much information. I don't want to give you too much information, but at least you know what we have done last week, what we have done this week, okay, and what we will be doing next week. All right. So Alhamdulillah, thank you everybody for your time, for your attention. So after this, you can work on the worksheets with your friends. Please put your questions if you have any questions, or if you don't understand. Today's lesson is recorded, so you can watch it on YouTube. If there is anything that you don't understand, don't hesitate to ask me in the WhatsApp, in the class WhatsApp group, because your question might also be other students' question. Other students, your friends might be wondering the same, but they just don't know how to ask, or maybe they are too shy to ask. Okay, but yeah, you are welcome to ask or to comment, or you want me to explain anything about the task. Okay, we good? Right. Thank you everybody for your time. Thank you everybody for your attention. All right, and I'd like to invite someone to recite Tasbih Kifarah and Wal As to end our class today. Thank you, Fasha. Thank you, Jamia. Somebody, please recite Tasbih Kifarah and Wal As. There are only 24 students. There are 2 classes. There should be more than 24. Firdaus, okay?
Subhanakahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asri innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Amin.
Thank you very much. Have a nice
Welcome,
day.
madam.
Have a
Thank you,
nice day.
madam.
Welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Yes,
madam.
welcome, Auni. Welcome, Arif.